Now, a lot of people have made arguments. Adentina Chief Justice, no. Adentina in Symbian, there's nothing. She's done nothing wrong. At the end of why some people try to play everything down. Omo person Bibia looking so simple. But the petitioners, no, omo petition a petition the president, you know. There are a lot of things the petitioners brought up. In fact, tonight I'm going to show you some of the things the Chief Justice did and why, as Ghanaians, we should be worried. And if she is not the Chief Justice today or she has been suspended, majority of you guys shouldn't be complaining. The Chief Justice, Madam Tokornoo, abused her office. She actually abused. And you see, something called conflict of interest is very dangerous. It is next to nepotism. You see, the root of corruption is conflict of interest. Say the Juma Diamau, na se o position be. Na se sa position na wono who abuses sa position no. Ebia sa position no. O the sa position yenyome bia ebe favor wo ana e favor oba. Sometimes the crampo you don't have to be directly involved in that act, no. But you being in that position alone, no, you need to have that that authority to stop anything. Enti obi ti say John Mahama waka say na aban mu on person ne ba ebeji contract on person ne ba any aban ebe adwuma bia on person ne busuani bia eba be aban adwuma because he knows say even though no omo the right to also go seek for their contract, no, the position as the president, no, his son today say the contract ebia 10,000 Ghana Emma John Mahama ba every single MPP member or Ghanaians we all will say hey, because John Mahama position no sa position alone it can influence that process. You don't underestimate a conflict of interest, and when people start to complain about amount for positions, omo edi nyomebia. Now, Madam Tokornoo, your friend aka Osono Mame, so many things AC. And then me betchra idea ba kubi. Oma no muye dede say, Madam Tokornoo nyehwe, we a regular Ghanaian like myself. Right? Now munsha adie. Now, this company, your friend company way, and I want you to follow this conversation very well. Very important to me. Me betchra company be. Company way, you register company way 2019. A Dina a fair company, we have a Design 37 Limited. Design 37 Limited. I'm going to take my time today and a Friday. Say it's enough. There are a lot of stories we need to do, but I'm going to take my time for us to do this story. It's got to do with a Chief Justice who has been suspended. Now, a company where you registered in 2019. Mr. P, Mr. S, team. All right. Now, interior design and furniture designs. Now, a company way, a juma we some interior designing. Omuye bibi a friend of furniture designs. Now, OSHA registration number now is CS098422019. You see on this platform, the reason why we have millions of Ghanaians watching us every single day is because Asemia Bekimbia, we back it with facts. And today we are doing another story on Madam Tokornoo, and we want Ghanaians to understand the reason why majority of Ghanaians listen to this platform. Make sure the reason why Madam Tokornoo, she's not supposed to come back as the CJ of Ghana. She's not. Now, company way, they registered in 2019. We should address the shower house number BAE 2920 near the place, 16th Street, Bashona. I want to register a company, no. Now, so Oko company no more. Oma company no eyo omodia and our directors of the company. So we share document America we are company 2. You will see this. Mami enlarge na obia hu bi se na be ya enye de se me nkwa na mehwe. Wo omo directors of the company no. Your Adam Sarah Amega Tokornoo or ye Ghanaian director marketing. Adam Sarah Amega Tokornoo or no director marketing. Sa company ne registered in 2019. Ene yewo eye Serum Francis Afi Tokornoo. Ono so eye director and designer. Serum Francis Afi Tokornoo. Ono so ye director and designer. Ene yewo Serum Francis Afi Tokornoo. Osa ye secretary and designer. Inti company no, the director and the secretary no, one person, your friend is Serum Francis Afi Tokornoo. And the oya marketing director no, your friend no, Edem Sarah Amega Tokornoo. Now, so company na you registered in 2019. Right now, Mamwati ase omo directors of the company. Nipa na mabo mudini nyina, you heard it. Now, my mention DB. A company. Sa company way. Obebusa say e den omo ye. Sa company way say omo be ye edwuma bi ama Ghana. Now, omo je contract every the judicial services war. Contract and then saying almost say omo ba be refurbish a judicial services no on be see new lounge any omo library on be refurbish no. Now a dear medical owner make a just say the owner of the company. A Serum. This Serum lady onye. This one is called Serum. Ono na mi bo ni din echire musisi ano. So she is the owner of the company. Serum Frances Afi Tokornoo. She is the daughter of the suspended Chief Justice. Company na make a lady way dia. This lady or the daughter of Chief Justice Madam Tokornoo neba. Company na make sure no. The owner of the company, this lady, her name is Serum. She is the daughter of Madam Tokornoo. This company I'm talking about, the judicial service. Madam Tokornoo, they gave this lady's company a contract. Now the contract was to fix the judicial library, build a lounge and decorate the lounge for the judicial services. Inti, we have established, sir, this company was actually registered in 2019. It belongs to the Chief Justice's daughter. The Chief Justice's daughter and on the company, at the end of the day, the Judicial Services MSA company, contract to decorate the Judicial Library and also build a new lounge or redecorate a new lounge for the judiciary. Now remember, Serum, the daughter of the Chief Justice, Tokornoo, Madam Araba Tokornoo, Nebabani. That's her daughter. Now, what are some of the items? Girl way company and a lady way company. Enya contracts na or say, or they ba eba bedeng, or they eba be renovate the Judicial Library and also the lounge for the judiciary. Remember, her mother is the Chief Justice. Time we win contract we no nane ma a Chief Justice. Now, these are some of the items onya contract no or say or toya or the ebedeng or the bedi jumano. Inti sa osha some of the items they be nie. Now osha items na. Binding can remember contract so, but I'm going to show you how the whole thing went down. Oto judges reading room or renovate oto akonya bako 3,000 Ghana cedis. Oto also desk oto be 1,900. Sorry, I hope maybe I'm getting it wrong. Oto ebi 24,000. Also lounge in Kunjani be 240 million old Ghana. And oto nyamani be 42,000. Or say a Kunja basic lounge wo. Oto desktop computers be 23,000 Ghana, 230 million old Ghana. These are some of the things contract or state say obeto edia renovate the judges lounge and also the library. the Judicial Library. And remember, contract where we win mame and a Chief Justice. Now, Osha flower pot be or the car a year ne contract no one or say obeto ediaco innovation no or ebi 1,900 Ghana to Ghana 19 million. Or to bibi to say in Kunyabi and also say to be 6,500 Ghana, 65 million old Ghana. Or to tables be 32,000. Bibi to say curtains, blinds, or to be 7,000, that is 70 million old Ghana. Any a whole lot of things or say na obey use the idea. I change the face of the judiciary or my library, any their lounge. Now, you will publish it on our site, loudsilencenews.com, and also on our Facebook page. Now, let's go into the wagon. I know, Mr. S. I'll go in there. Remember, the contract now, a year lady way, and the Chief Justice, no contract now, you demand a restrictive tendering. And I say, because a restrictive tendering, yama obia kwine emanang ambede. Contract I'm the bachelor no. Unya who cost a contract in a sum, total sum. You don't have it. You have no idea. I'm going to show you. But I want you to understand, say, Madam Tokornoo no nebaba serum we no. Yeah, man, the contract no na a restrictive tendering. Meaning, yama obia who kwine say ombede for that contract. Technically, your friend no. And on unkwa buy any time sika man say contract no. So obiweka say onya priority, onya special treatment. Ne ma me na the Chief Justice and the contract we man no restrictive tendering. Into obiane na mpre ho. Ayo unkwa. She is the only person they gave the contract to. These are some of the reasons why I say Madam Tokornoo should not come back to the Supreme Court. She needs to understand. If she doesn't, there are a lot of damage. Now, may I go into the contract. Now, these contracts are quite interesting. Team. Now, my team is saying I should read restrictive tendering as a tre and so you move forward. I guess this is the only story we are doing today. It's a bese any kakran kakra. So na be obi abeti ase. Now, you guys are restrictive tendering. I said saying this is restrictive tendering. Restricted tendering is procurement limits. Restricted tendering in procurement limits the competition to a select group of suppliers, contractors, or service providers, unlike open tendering. This method is used when the procurement subject is highly specialized, requiring only a few qualified bidders, or when evaluating a large number of bids would be disproportionately expensive. It's also known as limited bidding or selective tendering. So when they say restricted tendering, it means say it is limited to a few people, and in some instances, they have to be experts, people who have the required knowledge. Expertise exceptional, and sa contract restrictive tendering. Just say ye biema nipa kakra bi anaka sometime krampo no ye mbie kura ma nipa bebre ye biema company ba kope. It means say I say this I remember sa company no na sa company no edwuma no omu nim edwuma no omu experience no. In fact, company bia entumi ma embe den and no be compete for that contract because expertise the omu nim no. About 90% of the companies omni ombe compete ni kran omu nim. Enti ye be se kire wase e no ka ho de this contract we ema Madam Tokornoo ba serum. Now, yanko into the contract. Follow the documents very well. Now, OSHA document we are document where I was screen so no. Let me enlarge it because it's always good when you can see what I am reading. This is a letter. Design 37 Limited. Enya free air judicial services. Now, redesigning of judicial services libraries and creation of judges lounge. In the contract, they say, obe designing a judicial library. Now, was creating a new judges lounge. Intuition letter now. We forward herewith our bid into letter way na Madam Tokornoo ba etro edekoma the judicial secretary say omo bede for this contract say omo be redesigning the judicial library and also omo be recreating a new judges lounge. Madam Tokornoo or chief justice no ne ba no etro letter say contract bi ono na obetuma ye no otra command Madam Tokornoo office say sa contract no wa bid for contract no. We forward herewith our bid for the above tender for your consideration. Having examined the tender documents, the receipt of which is hereby duly acknowledged, we the undersigned offer to redesign. I'm sorry, let me take this again. This is quite faint. Now, Uridia Seneka, we forward herewith our bid for the above tender for your consideration. Having examined the tender documents, the receipt of which is hereby duly acknowledged, we, the undersigned, offer to redesigning of judicial services libraries and creation of judges lounge in conformity with the said tender documents for the sum of grand total for redesigning of judicial services libraries and creation of judges lounge, including 2 years warranty, 456,456 Ghana. Now, Madam Tokornoo baba no extra letter. Basically, catch Madam Tokornoo office say, omo di omo be da bromo, omo don be da tum say, omo be redesigning the library for the judiciary and also a lounge. Now, sika omo say omo de ba be sa contract no, 456,000. Tete Ghana sika no, 4 billion. And na ode ba be renovate library no, na omaye some lounge be ediama judges no. Inti letter way free Madam Tokornoo back ne ba your friend Syrian company ultra letter way ediakwa koma the judicial secretary. Do you remember the judicial secretary? She is the lady Madam Tokornoo suggested me Kufuado say on Fanenko Supreme Court. That is the lady recently or resigning here as the judicial secretary. Let me show you her picture. Eti Madam Tokornoo bano. She is writing this letter to the judicial secretary or yet the secretary to Nemame. This woman. In the letter na Tokornoo ba etrono or trakoma Madam Tokornoo secretary say contract we ye contract inti munhwemu na momfamaye. Na ni nyina be cost 456,000. Tete Ghana sika no 4.5 billion. This is the woman. Maami wei ena Tokornoo ba no etro letter na koma no saa time no na judicial secretary. This woman. On say recently Madam Tokornoo called suspension on also say we are resigning. This woman. Syria Pamela Quarantine. Time and now Madam Tokornoo ba etro letter we edia koma judicial services no. Or na the secretary to the chief justice. Judicial secretary no onye we are resigning and saying the madam called suspension also are resigning. Into the banitro letter no, the letter was directed to this lady. Say, ya the bid atum, ya pese renovate library no, and library renovate, ya pese ya lounge account, ni nyina be cost it, Tete Ghana sika no, almost 5 billion. Okay, let's go back to the letter. Now, Usha letter na. I wasn't done reading the letter. Usha letter ni here. we steady amount of money omo be here e dey say contract no. Where Madam Talk, we are talking about conflict of interest. The reason why some people are making noise here, because Madam Tokornoo is not supposed to come back to the Supreme Court. Now, we undertake, if our bid is accepted, to deliver the goods and services in accordance with the delivery schedule specified in the schedule of requirement. Or see, someone a bid way too ma into letter way or throw a comma judicial secretary. Sa time no na oye ne maame secretary. Say mo the bid way maya. You be make sure say ejuma no you be ne pepepe. Oba sewa or say thank you for inviting us to take part in the above mentioned bid. Enti judicial secretary no, judicial services no, and we invite you almost form bid in betum. And we do bid kotum. And we just a bid no there 2 million for renovation and also the lounge, is going to cost old Ghana, 5 billion. Where Madam Tokornoo, the Chief Justice Neba, Syriam Tokornoo, and the bid at tum amane office, and DNC. Team, stay with me. So, uko the correspondence or the letter will come out judicial secretary, obviously or definitely the judicial secretary would tell the boss, because the judicial secretary cannot take that decision alone. It means she has to go and discuss it with the Chief Justice, because the Chief Justice is the head of the judiciary. And who was the Chief Justice? The Chief Justice then was the lady who was saying, give me the contract, and then Mame and the Chief Justice. So do you think, say, sa contract, Syriam will not get it? Because what shall letter come on Mame, and what catch me Mame say, Mame deal of 4.5 billion old Ghana. Now, Osha the SCHRA, this is what happened after. Now, so check a document where let me enlarge it. Na kwasi bi mbeka Kevin Taylor or Dada Ghana for. So on the 17th of October, September, 2024. September, October, November, December, naka 4 months, emma yako twaba. Naka 4 months, emma yako twaba, and Madam Tokornoo ba starte a bid for this contract. Naka 4 months, ne yako twaba. Now, who ready a memorandum to judicial service? Letter ninye. The procurement authority, judicial service no forward day. Sa letter no de comma procurement, director of procurement. And the technically, judicial service for sa bid no and de comma procurement. That means omashe obane bid him, Chief Justice ne baba bid no and forward de comma director of procurement. Inti for the call procurement authority. Now, a procurement authority extra buy. Almost J bid no document no a no muhuye. This is the response from the procurement authority. Memorandum. Recommendation for award of contract, redesigning of the judicial services libraries, and creation of the judges lounge. 17th September 2024. A procurement kaye. Your ladyship. We refer to the Public Procurement Authority approval for the use of restricted tendering method for the redesigning of the judicial services libraries and creation of judges lounge. The procurement authority says, oh, Madam Ladyship, letter Chief Justice. So, Madam Chief Justice, in fact, ya approve. Company and why they are Madam Tokornoo ba edia. September 17th, 2024. And a procurement Trobeka a Chief Justice through the Judicial Secretary say they have approved the contract. Now, the procurement department has completed the process. Messiah Design 37 Limited has been recommended by the panel for consideration for contract award in a sum of 456,456 Ghana, including taxes. Respectfully, find attached evaluation report and the award of contract letter for consideration. When the signing here, Austin Evans Kanyoke. It letter the buy no. Bid in the beka ne ma mensano. And for the procurement and a procurement on the 17th of September, 4 months to election. Approve almost 5 billion old Ghana cedis contract. Edema Madam Tokornoo ba. Say onkoye library renovation and renovate or redo a lounge for judges. Almost 5 billion. 4 months to elections. Can she do that? So you now understand why Afenyo Marking is backing a lot. There's a lot in there. There's so many things going on that you have no idea. Now, did it end there? No. Yenya butre obiam follow me. Gidi gidi nimo. Ye chere Ghana for the reason why Chief Justice Madam Tokornoo is not supposed to come back to the Supreme Court. Never. This is clear, just a conflict of interest. You cannot. Moses Ame Jemfi akoche onwani sika 800 Ghana. We show obi okruma man 800 Ghana. Bone yate ase. Yate ase Sami Jemfi made a mistake. Why bone? Ya kasa nanim. Chief Justice the contract man baba. For almost 5 billion Ghana cedis. What to work out them say? Minjai we the man can want them. Sami Jemfi ko ne ye no koshia obi no wache ni sika. And you say Oya ban mu nipa in the position no edi sen ko ye sade no obedwom ye nyina aka nanim ana meboa ya sori ebie ye to ye mfa mienu we compare dey hwe den ko so ko jail in there. But I don't want to go there. I'm asking you a simple question. Enti omuchiro letter no every year procurement no procurement so they reply by say ya jatum. In fact contract na ye almost 5 billion mo fama Madam Tokornoo ba Syriam. Okay, what happened next? Now, the managing director on the same 17th now, don't get this wrong. I'm sure idea. Oh, say, she letter away. Letter na free procurement to buy na omo approve letter on the 17th September no. The same day. Another letter came through now here. So on the 17th of September 2024, and a procurement for the letter by say contract ya hwehwem ya di amano. Madam Tokornoo ba ya di amano. That's cool. Now here. On the same day, the 17th of September, the same 17th of September 2024, something happened. I'm sure idea. Let me move it up so that be able to know. There is a letter. The managing director, Design 37 Limited. Award of contract, redesigning of the judicial services libraries and creation of the judges' lounge. The judicial secretary to Madam Tokornoo actually wrote a letter the same day to Madam Tokornoo Bano, telling her, say, yenya response a free procurement. Today, they are writing the letter to Madam Tokornoo Bano. What did they write in the judicial service? Letter Omochiro Koma Tokornoo Ba. Procurement approval on the 17th of September. The same 17th of September, Madam Tokornoo Jinaso MHR letter command Bano. Letter away free judicial services. PDWKS 3524. Dear Omochiro no letter. Let's read what they wrote in the letter. Letter Omochiro Koma Madam Tokornoo Bano company no. Technically, Omochiro Koma Tokornoo Bano. This is to notify you that your quotation dated 5th September 2024 for the redesigning of the judicial services libraries and the creation of the judges' lounge has been accepted. Almost say, all bid now the buy on the 5th of September. Remember, Madam Tokornoo Ba Syriam, the company now your friend Design 37 Limited, no, omo bid, no, omo the command judicial services ne mame head no on the 5th of September. On the 17th of September, and procurement approve the same 17th of September, and judicial services led by Madam Tokornoo through her secretary wrote to Madam Tokornoo's daughter, say, your letter you submitted on the 5th, the bid, it has been approved. This is to notify you that your quotation dated 5th September 2024 for the redesigning of judicial services, libraries, and creation of the Judges Lounge has been accepted. Consequently, you are requested to carry out the redesigning works based on the attached priced bill of quantities and scope of works. 2. This letter is coming from Madam Tokornoo's office to Neba Company that you have been given 5 billion, almost 5 billion contract. September 17th, aka 4 months ni atuaba. Now, second point, this is what it says. This is technology. The total contract price is 460,456 Ghana cedis, including taxes. Into almost 30 the contract sum, total sum, almost 4.6 billion old Ghana cedis. Yeah, Madam Tokornoo. Nema me sa actual letter man say your contract na tun. Point 3. You are to proceed with the necessary action for the execution of the contract within 4 weeks in accordance with the specifications agreed upon. Payment will be made after satisfactory completion and certification of work done. Okay, point 3 now. Almost say a year payment no obubetua after Madam Tokornoo no aye contract na wie. Point 3 no almost say specifications omo dia man no sikana eye almost 5 billion no oye contract ni nyina wie ometam sikana ma no. So there's also another twist there. Did she complete the job? Has she completed the job? Has she been paid? Was she paid after the job, or she was paid after the job? Because we want to know, was she paid after the job was done, or she was paid before the job was done? Because point 3, as stated, you are to proceed with the necessary actions for the execution of the contract within 4 weeks in accordance with the specification agreed upon. Payments will be made after satisfactory completion and certification works done. They wanted to make sure certifications and completion and everything is done before payment is done. The question is, was all these things done before payment was done? Who is this? It's funny. Now, Yanko point 4. By a copy of this letter, the manager, Law Court Complex, and the director, estates are to provide the needed assistance for the execution of the works. Please ensure that the works are executed within the agreed scope and reports on same following completion of works. In terms of culture, no, making sure say you not the 4 weeks aye you 1 month. What the 1 month yes renovation redesigning of the libraries. So just redesign the libraries. Table way see where the coffee table see books way fakosha na redesign the lounge for 4.6 billion old Ghana. Redesigning and you're building a new library. You see redesign the library and a lounge. Baby a judge for me to din no kind book bi obi anye dede e bi pe coffee kakra no manom eno na ye almost 5 billion a redesign. Me cham the reason why Madam Tokornoo say anka or legitimate and or kanu kra nko so resign kra ansa na committee we atrase on kanu kra nti na oda ho nam ho so o pe court akono. She's a liar. She did a lot of damage. And she covered up a lot of things. Now, point 5. Please note that a revised work plan for the execution of the project is to be submitted to the undersigned through the director estate before commencement of work. So, Ushenipa or signing sa letter we are Justice Sarah Pamela C.A. Quarantine judicial secretary to the Chief Justice. Then, Madam Tokornoo. This woman used to be the former girlfriend of Ekufuado. She used to date Ekufuado. The former judicial secretary, Pamela. He used to date Nana Dankwa Ekufuado. Then the former girlfriend. And the judicial services or a judicial secretary to Madam Tokornoo. So Madam Tokornoo writes a letter through her secretary to her daughter that we have given you a contract. I have given you a contract. Make sure 4 weeks you do the contract. This is 4 months to election. We were struggling to get money to feed women. Ghana. The dollar was almost 18. The government, they were telling us COVID-19, Russia, Ukraine. They were giving Madam Tokornoo's daughter almost 5 billion to redesign libraries. Did it end there? No. Let's move forward. Because end of Friday. Now let's go to the next thing that happened. Team, are you still with me? Obiati asye. Sa ni ebe no, ebe ni kakra obiabeti asye wo Ghana. Now, after Madam Tokornoo office ankasa cho letter command the base contract the amount almost 5 billion fano. This is what happened. Now, Madam Tokornoo bano in less than a month, you catch her and say, "Onye jumani nyina nwie until in some fruit onya bibia." In less than a month, she's back demanding for money. Now, Uridia, she actually wrote a Serum, the company, a friend, Design 37 Limited. They actually wrote the judicial secretary to be sent to her mother, Sadieng, and this was received on the 25th of October. Remember, the last letter, Omode endorse and I say Omode contract is 17th September. This letter from Serum to her mother, the Chief Justice, through the judicial secretary, it was received on the 25th of October. Request for payment for redesign of the judicial service libraries and judges lounge. Because just say MPP is dangerous. How can you say I Kennedy Japan Bawumia Obodam MPP? So I read the party no. We have no idea. Is that for what you say? Dina me enbo for kakana man twi na obi atiase na ade kya kwase bi nkogina TikTok because Kevin Taylor and ntina me yes am because me pese kwase bi kwakogina TikTok abedi matem be nkrata aba na menya time na me sa kenkan a kirikirem mo MP before kwase afo na mo nko school no mo mu bi muntie me. Now request for payment afi na ne ba no giska mo ma me do. Are they going to pay her? Let's see. I hope this letter finds you well. I am humbly writing on behalf of Design 37 to formally request for the payment of 456,456 Ghana for the redesign of Judicial Services Library, Law Court Complex Libraries, and the Judges Lounge, which has been approved. So now, Akorano, on your contract, no. But in less than a month, Wababaki said, "You approve the contract, pay me the money." Or instructing the mame through the secretary that my contract has been approved by my mother through the procurement, and it came back to my mother, and my mother told me that it has been approved. Now I am back. Pay me the money. The project has been planned to meet all required guidelines and budget. We are confident that with the timely disbursement of funds, we will be able to complete. Listen. Letter away free. Madam Tokornoo Banho, Serum Company, no. In the letter, your trophy judicial secretary office, Nema Metroman said, this contract needs to be completed in 4 weeks before you are paid. Now, Akurane catch Nema say, through the judicial secretary say, the project has been planned to meet all required guidelines and budget. We are confident that with the timely disbursement of funds, we will be able to complete the outlined objectives. Or see, contract today and Saka by a catch them say, Send ye no Mokayano, said you might deal with your bet my contract 20 minutes in the Naswa. I was a sikana ba. Says sikana ma, and ya dear ye bet to me, I ye a juma we it was ye. Meaning, they are asking for the money. Are they going to pay her? Her mother is the Chief Justice, Tokornoo. Are they going to pay Tokornoo's daughter the money? There are people who did jobs for the government, road contractors for 8 years. They were not paid. Some died. But Tokornoo's daughter put a bid in less than 2 weeks. It's been approved. Or say, pay me the money now so that I can do the job. Or through the judicial secretary. Now, please let us know if there are any additional documents or information required to expedite the process. Thank you for your attention and support. We look forward to your favorable response and to the continued collaboration on this important initiative. Yours sincerely, K.A. Ketali Abdullah, Secretary, Administrator, Design 37 Limited. So Tokornoo ba etumi letter command ma me se be per contract. Na ne ma me afo de call procurement. Na procurement for aba say ya jatum. Na ne ma me aka say ya approve. Na ne bana sa aka che de ma me say hiska. Hey Ghana. This is the Chief Justice I'm talking about too. Madam Tokornoo. Obi to say adentina ye tata Tokornoo. Udim de Tokornoo aye. Ya say so me jemfia ko eyi na wako hia obi na wama ni sika. Ye ntia fine. Maybe the judgment there was wrong. Yen fan compare we. I'm not here to justify some Jemfi's actions. I don't want a problem. He can go and drink poison. I don't want a problem. But I'm making you understand Sibia Ghana tie. Now, did it end there? Let's see. P34 Swami 4. I hope say every single person is following what we are doing. So, if you don't know a year serum, she is actually connected to a year David Ajay. The guy now, Omomano, a year cathedral contract, no. It is serum. She worked with David Ajay's company in 2015 as an intern. Enti sa lady we are oye Madam Tokornoo ba no. David Ajay na omude eye cathedral design man no. She used to work with David Ajay as an intern, not oye attachment. In less than 4 years, the intern is getting contract worth 5 billion old Ghana. What is Ghana? Ukim. This is it. Onye. She used to work for a year. Serum Onye. I Tokornoo ba ni. Perfect. The dead. Mesa twaso ba me chiro bibi me chiro you have not seen anything yet too boni afenyo kin mwedi e wo Ghana no eni ti omo sori no mo demonstration say Madam Tokornoo nko uni boni omo people di wo Ghana. When I hear people tell Kevin Taylor ana mo me sre, do you know the damage people have caused in Ghana? Anya democracy anko say di people be gina sek ne bom nyina trimutuo anya democracy. Obi pempa da so awo obi nyebi yatam almost 5 billion ama Tokornoo ba. She used to be an intern 4 years ago. Yawo road contractors for Ghana are buying 8 years into amako ebi ewu o se ba wo miani Kennedy enkwasiafo mienu we omo meye den omo terminal report na mebo kire no MPP na me kire no now yanko enim me wi ameba size pictures ni nyina so don't worry. Now, ye we no